Deal rating.
Okay, we can start. Let's start now. It's like 11:11. Awesome. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We're really excited to meet all of you and share some more information about what we have planned for Consulting Club this quarter, as well as kind of just like introduce what Consulting Club is for some of you guys who are just joining us as new members. So before we start off, on the bottom of your screen, there is a chat button. If you want to just drop your email in the chat so that we can send you a copy of these slides after, as well as like additional helpful information about career tips, networking opportunities, and events that we have planned throughout this quarter. So we're going to start off with some introductions just so that you feel like it's not a bunch of random strangers just talking to you. Can everybody kind of see my screen that I'm sharing right now? Thumbs up, yes, if you can.
Yes.
Awesome, perfect. So we're gonna start off with like some introductions really quickly. My screen works. Awesome, okay, cool. So today, first off, you're gonna meet the board. We're really excited to meet you. We're just gonna introduce a bit about ourselves. So hi, I'm Amy, and I'm going to be your president for this term. I'm currently majoring in business administration with a concentration in information systems. And this summer, I'm going to be a global HRS intern at Salesforce. And during my free time, I like to play video games, learn new songs on the ukulele, and do a little kickboxing and mixed martial arts from time to time.
Hi, I'm Lonnie. I'm a third-year business administration manager. I'm concentrating in management, and I'm VP of marketing for this club. In my free time, I like to go surfing when I'm allowed to go to the beach, and skateboard and dance.
Hi, I'm Kylie. I'm a third-year business administration major concentrating in information systems. This summer, I'm hoping to still intern at Deloitte in risk and financial advisory.
Hey, I'm Nolan Brown. I'm a third-year industrial engineering major, and I'm the VP of corporate outreach for this club. And I'm also hoping that my summer internship at Deloitte will be happening this summer for technology consulting.
Hi, my name is Yoav Nissan. I will be the VP of corporate strategy for this upcoming term. I'm a second-year business admin student concentrating in finance and minoring in statistics. This year, most likely I will be in Israel for an investment banking analyst role, hopefully if it doesn't get canceled.
Hi everyone, I'm Marian. I'm a first year business student, double concentrating in accounting and finance. Something I like to do is to play ukulele or piano. I'm a very big music person, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'm always free to listen to new music.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm the club ambassador. I'm a first year, currently majoring in business administration. I have no idea what I'm going to concentrate in though, but like I got until the end of my second year, so I got time. In my free time, I just normally like spending time with my dog, like trying to keep fit like the best I can, and just like hanging out with friends, which I can't really do much of now, but hopefully soon I'll be able to.
Awesome. So as you can see, we all come from various backgrounds and experiences. So if you feel like you really want to connect with one of us, you can hit us up anytime. During school quarters, if you're a member, you can grab coffee with a board member and we'll pay for it. But we want to be a resource for you all, whether you're looking for maybe consulting specific advice or just general career advice. And if all the board members, you guys can drop your emails in the chat, that would be awesome as well. So yeah, with all that being said, what really is Cal Poly Consulting? And to better answer that question, let's first dive into maybe what consulting is. So I think the most popular misconception out there is that consulting is only for accounting students who want to file taxes. That is absolutely false. And consulting is actually a super broad field. Consultants come from backgrounds in economics, engineering, philosophy, liberal arts, and statistics, just to name a few. And while you can work in audit or tax, you can also work in technology consulting, consulting, risk advisory consulting, strategy consulting, or even deals consulting, the opportunities are virtually endless. It's perfect if you kind of don't really know what you want to do with your career, because there are a lot of cool exit opportunities for consultants. You might start off at a consulting firm and you'll move into doing like strategy at a tech company like Google, YouTube, etc. It's also perfect if you get really bored easily, since you have project-based engagements that you work on from time to time. And it's perfect for you if you like using critical thinking skills to solve company challenges that companies are facing. As a consultant, you get to work on this kind of executive level without having 20 or 30 years of work experience in a given field or company. And you're kind of trained on how to get into a CEO's mindset when it comes to tackling problems. No other occupation offers you such an insight into corporate strategy or operations in such a short amount of time. And yeah, another cool perk about consulting is that you often get to travel a lot. So while you might be based off of like the SF office or the LA office of your company, you can have like projects or engagements like all over the world. So for those of you who like to travel, that's really cool as well. Here are some of the companies that we've worked with in the past. We've had speakers, corporate tours, or events with them in the past, and we kind of pride ourselves on offering a pretty diverse lineup of employers that students want to see. If there's a specific company that you want to hear from or just visit, let one of the board members know and we'll try our best to make it happen. We typically plan on running 1 to 2 corporate tours a quarter, and we have speakers around every other week. And last but not least, money talks. And so the average management consultant makes around 81 to 150K a year. Chances are, if you're a business major or a liberal arts major, this is the career path for you that has the highest paying salary. Not saying you should do consulting for the money, but it definitely does not hurt.
All right, so there are a lot of benefits to joining CPC, and me and Marian are gonna dive into those now. So the reason why you should join, like, there are quite a few reasons. Like, one, you can meet people who share similar goals to you. Like, this is a very, like, I'd like to think that the people who normally sign up for this club are very high achieving growth mindset people, and that's what I've found. And I've been very pleasantly surprised by that. And also get a network with a ton of professionals from Fortune 500 companies, whether it's through corporate tours, case competitions, or just overall meetings where we have guest speakers. So the reason I joined CPC was for the corporate connections. I was big into DECA in high school. I went to internationals twice, and like I'm very big into creative problem solving and kind of using a growth mindset to solve various problems within business and within other fields. And so I just thought consulting was the natural next step for me. But I've definitely gotten all I can out of this club, and I encourage all you to do the same.
For me, it was a similar story to Cameron's. I first found out about consulting through their San Francisco tour trip, and that's what really got me into consulting and the idea of using like a more strategic side to business, and the idea that you could work in different groups rather than just like one thing that you do every single day really intrigued me. Something I also want to point out is that we have workshops dealing with enhancing your skills in like Excel or other applications that can really strengthen you as a person. And we also work with a lot of other clubs, and that way you can like learn about the different concentrations, as well as just broadening your aspect of what business is and how consulting can fit into each one of these categories. So that's what really drew me into consulting.
Yeah, and if you see on the, oh, my bad. Oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, if you see on the right, that's the picture from the corporate tour to San Francisco. We went to YouTube down in Silicon Valley, and then the Salesforce Tower in San Francisco. If you ever get the opportunity to go on a corporate tour, I'd highly suggest it. They're really fun, and they're also great networking opportunities that, like, I mean, I still have connections from there that I'm following up with now.
Yeah, so Yoav and I are going to kind of dive into the plans for this quarter, since it is going to be so different with coronavirus, and kind of what you can expect for the next year when hopefully everything's back to normal. So one thing we really like to have at our events are having speakers from consulting companies come, whether it be recruiters or actual consultants, and kind of speak about their experience in the company. A lot of the time it's people that are only 1 or 2 years removed from school. So they kind of talk about the recruiting process and how they landed either their internship or job and kind of advice that they have for it. And every year we always have the big four companies come: Deloitte, PwC, EY, and KPMG. And then along with companies like Booz Allen Hamilton and RSM, kind of some of the smaller ones. And then this year we're really trying to get into the MBB strategy companies, or the big three: McKinsey, BCG, and Bain. So you can expect speakers at our meetings to kind of tell you what's going on with consulting and how they did it. And then afterwards, you'll have the opportunity to go talk to them, to try to connect maybe on LinkedIn, or get their email to get some advice on recruiting in the future and how you can improve your chances to get recruited. Some of the other things that you can expect at our meetings are actually events during those meeting times. We're trying to do workshops with companies where they can come and help you develop interview skills. We've been talking to Point B about potentially doing a workshop this quarter, actually over Zoom. So hopefully that'll happen. And then we're also trying to do a startup competition with Deloitte this quarter. We're trying to figure out how that'll work over Zoom, but we'll keep you guys updated. And then in the future, hopefully in the fall and winter next year, we're going to have in-person workshops on like how to build your resume and nail different parts of the interview. We also like to do workshops where you can build skills in softwares like Excel and Tableau that you'll use in your everyday work. And then, as mentioned earlier, we'll have consulting case competitions where you can possibly win some money and learn about these cases. And then our last thing, our biggest event, I think, is Careers in Consulting Day, which we did in the winter quarter this last year. And we had 7 companies come. We had Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, RSM, Point B, EY, and Protiviti come to recruit. And it's a great opportunity to network, to try to land that internship or job, because it's way less crazy than the career fair if you've ever been to that. It's like a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 student recruiter ratio, so you get a lot of face time with them, and they're really looking to recruit out of Cal Poly, so it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, so just like Nolan said, a lot of these people that we're trying to connect with have had a consulting background, either in management or in the Big Four, and most of them have gone into strategy, PM, or biz dev right after. So we also wanted to give you guys a perspective on that take, as well as if you guys are trying to go straight out of college right into strategy or right into PM jobs. So some companies that we're looking to do is like Sophie, which is a fintech company. They just had a huge buy of like $1.2 billion. So Microsoft, AWS, which I'll touch on soon, Snowflake, which is like a huge unicorn in the Bay Area, Netflix to get into the entertainment media industry, Quibi, just like I talked about right now, it's like a brand new startup, Disney, and Robinhood. So some of the things that we're trying to incorporate this quarter is to provide you guys with still really good speakers, although we're still in this quarantine and we can't be together. So some of the people that we've been in touch with is like a global PM from AWS, so Amazon Web Services, and we're trying to coordinate a meeting with her for the upcoming weeks. Hopefully she will be available then. And other than that, maybe YouTube, that we've had a tour with them. We're trying to coordinate that. Other than that, we're really trying to pick up our games with our tours. I'm trying to make badass tours with Nolan as well to see if we can get into some of these management consulting firms. But we're looking into the LA and Bay Area section. So maybe we were thinking of like the media and entertainment tour in the LA, and then Bay Area, maybe a cloud or unicorn kind of tour. And we would love your feedback, which companies you love, and most importantly, which companies you hate, so we know where not to go. But other than that, we're trying to make it as much as you guys can implement into your own days. So we're trying to do some strategy workshops and competitions to also exhibit your kind of critical thinking skills.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow our social media, stay updated with the latest events that we have, and feel free to also just DM us in any of these platforms as well. We'll stick around for those of you who have any questions, and if you haven't dropped your email in the chat, make sure to do so. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'll like stop my screen share really quickly.
Any questions?
Or we can just talk about Quibi as well. That's cool.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it was fine. Did you have a question? Feel free to ask.
Yeah, sorry if I have some. Oh, you go ahead, Jessica.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This is my first time like coming to any of the consulting meetings, and I just like started getting interested in it, and I was wondering like how you would be able to like connect marketing with consulting, because that's my concentration.
I mean, consulting really works for like any field you decide to go into. Like there are like different consultants within a business. Like you're not just gonna have management consultants or like technology consultants. You're also gonna have like marketing consultants. You're gonna have like just different like consultants for each department. Then like that's what really makes it super global, and that's what makes it super adaptable. So I think really what's super unique about it is that like any concentration, any major you're in, you can find a use for consulting.
Okay, thank you.
So like it'll be pretty easy to connect marketing with that.
Also, I have something on that. Branding is a huge part of marketing consulting. So if that's something that you're really interested in, a ton of companies will have a marketing consultant come in and help them work on rebranding or redirecting the brand of their company. So if that's where you'd like to go with marketing, that's a huge area within it.
Cool, thank you.
I have a question. How does the consulting job look like?
Like, were you wondering about like day to day what they do, or like the career?
Yeah, because I'm new to this club, and I've like this is the first time I've joined, so I have like no idea.
Okay. Does anyone want to answer that, or do you want me guys to answer?
I can answer it.
Okay.
So basically, consulting is like you have a consulting company, and what they do is they have individuals that have their own separate like customers on a basis. So let's say you're a tech consulting, then you would probably be hired by a tech company, and they would give you some problems that they want to solve, or some problems that or areas that needs to be improved, and your job would be to find some way to help them improve their company. So in a sense, depending on what your major and what your strengths are, you can go into whatever company and help them with that area. So you would be working on a more project to project basis. So when Amy was talking about how your everyday won't look the same, it's because every company that you help will be different, because all like the companies have different problems, right? So the things that you're attacking or that you're helping is going to be different from project to project.
But also like several different firms also have in-house consultants, and like that's going to be a little different. Like you're just going to be working with the one company. So if you're like kind of looking for like a more global perspective and to like work with different types of companies as well as different like firms, I would suggest like joining a consultant firm. But like if you just kind of want to stick to one set of problems and like kind of master your skills at that, I'd suggest like trying to become an in-house consultant for a company.
Yeah, also if you don't exactly know what you want to do with your career, consulting is perfect, because as a consultant, you're not really strapped to any specific industry. But let's say that you're like consulting for Amazon, and you get to work with like very high level CEOs and like C-level executives in their companies. And let's say that like while you're helping them solve problems and you're going through like their case, like and like stuff like that, you really enjoy like what they're doing as a company. You really like the people that you're working with. There's also a good chance that those people from Amazon will like poach you to join their company. So there's really good exit opportunities coming out of consulting. A lot of people who go into consulting, it's not a career that they do for like 20 plus years. It's usually you go for maybe like 5 years, like maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 years at max. And then once you transfer out, you can automatically just like jump the hierarchy into like very high level management positions. So it's like a fast track to management if you want to be operating at like higher levels in a company.
Sounds great.
Hi, so I just had like some quick suggestion feedback. I'm a grad student, and I actually came to the Winter Careers and Consulting Career Fair. It was really good. But I am graduating in summer, so I just wanted to give some input. I was hoping to work in the LA area. I'm super interested in entertainment. So I love that Netflix is slated for later in the quarter. And I was also wondering if we could incorporate companies who may be smaller, who would be having hiring cycles outside of just fall. because that was a problem that I ran into where they were only hiring students in the fall. So
Yeah,
that's all. Thanks.
yeah, awesome. That's great feedback. So, Yoav can talk more about the entertainment tour. I know you're like planning on throwing
Yeah.
something around, but just to adjust like the more like startup or like off-cycle recruiting season plans that we have in mind. So we do know that a lot of bigger companies, they typically have their internship or like I guess like programs during summer, but a lot of smaller companies, they do have co-op opportunities. Some of the companies you saw on our presentation earlier that we're talking to, like Robinhood or Snowflake, they actually do offer co-op opportunities during the winter. So if you're looking into that, maybe like through a corporate tour, we'd love to introduce you to some people who can help set that up. And also, Yoav, if you want to talk more about the entertainment tour you had in mind, that
Yeah, like I'm really hyped. I also am really passionate about the media and entertainment industry. I think it's really, really cool. So that's why I wanted to do that. And I think LA would be the right spot. So right now, from what it's looking like, we were thinking of doing a couple of places. Some of the bigger films like Disney, obviously, Disney, Netflix. We were thinking about Hulu as well and Quibi. For now, that those were the four that we were thinking about. And I think we were trying to give a different take. Let's say for Walt Disney, we weren't necessarily going into a normal like corporate finance or normal positions that they would usually hire. I'm in contact with a few strategy people that are actually working on the online the streaming industry, so ESPN Plus as well as Disney Plus, and they're working under Kevin Meyer, if you know who that is. He's like one of the head people at Disney. He's badass. Worked with Bob Iger for a lot of time. So I'm trying to really do a good job with bringing really interesting people and showing you guys opportunities. Some of these people are right out of college joining these films, and some of them are a few years down the line. I know Netflix doesn't really recruit right after you do undergrad or grad. They would usually want you to have 3 to 5 years of experience. So we could definitely talk. If you have more suggestions on companies that you were looking at, I would love to know, because I also love the media and entertainment industry, and we can see what we can do there.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
I hope that answers your question. Anybody else have any other questions? Awesome. Okay, love the awkward silence. Yeah, that's the thing with Zoom. I feel like it's very something we have to get used to. Very awkward, but it'll be okay. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you at our meetings. Hopefully, you'll join us for some other Zoom sessions like this for this quarter. We have some really awesome speakers lined up, and also during the school year, really hoping that fall's not remote and we get to see all you guys in person, because that'd be really awesome. Yeah, just like a lot of cool things to look forward to. We're all really hyped, and we hope that you're hyped with us too.
Yeah, and if you guys have suggestions on like new softwares you want to learn, or companies you want to look at, or consulting workshops, then we'd be case competitions, case studies that you looked at, then just let us know. We're still evolving, and we're trying to make this as best fit for you guys and for us as well, to learn as much in the process with one another.
Amy, are you gonna have like meetings guaranteed like every week, or is it just tentative on the speakers you guys have or the?
Right. So currently, as of now, we were planning on doing meetings every week, but then we kind of thought it would be better to have less but higher quality meetings rather than just like meet every week for no reason. So I think we might end up scheduling our meetings to be every other week just for the spring quarter. And that would be based on like the speakers that we have, as well as collaboration meetings we have with other Cal Poly clubs on campus. But yeah, if you guys have any
Cal Poly entrepreneurs.
Yeah, Cal Poly entrepreneurs. If you guys are like thinking about any collaborations you want to see with other clubs, or like certain speakers you guys want to have, always make sure to throw those in. Like, we want this club to be beneficial for you. We're doing this for you guys. So if you have any ideas, just feel free to let us know.
Will we get the like the Zoom? Sorry, I joined this club because I got the information from ISA, Indian Student Association. But yeah, we'll get the link on our email, or like the schedule.
About like the events that were happening. Usually we announce our events through social media or we'll have like an email newsletter list. Hence why I asked you guys to drop your emails because then you could always subscribe to our email newsletter where every week we actually release like when we're having meetings and like what we're doing for that time. Also for the email list, if you want to like unsubscribe at any time, like you can. We don't really spam you, so that'll be cool. That dog is so cute. Aw.
Well, I'm gonna head out, but it's nice to see the people that came on the spring tour to YouTube and Salesforce. That was a really good tour. I'm excited for Yoav to plan the next one because I think he's gonna do a great job. Yoav and Nolan, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good to see everyone again. Hope to see you guys soon.
All right. Bye, Kaylin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have y'all fan clubs.
I'm hyped, guys. I'm hyped.
But I think I'm gonna head out too.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Bye.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Like that one episode in Unfriended where everyone's just like dropping from the car.
I had a question. So
Yeah.
can we access like the emails after the Zoom meeting is over?
Um,
Right.
Emails, as in like the emails that we send out on a weekly basis.
No, the ones that you guys put in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can, right?
Yeah, if you go to the chat right now, you can download all the chat like lists in there. But if you can't do that, we can also send out all the board emails like on our next email list. Lonnie, like we'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, guys. I'm looking forward to more stuff, even if it is just online for the quarter. But for next year, I'm really looking forward to more meetings and whatnot.
That's great to
Alright,
hear.
great.
Thanks so much for having me.
Good one, guys. Take it easy, all.
Take
Bye,
care.
Maddie.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Cameron told me to join the call, and I'm a freshman next year, so this was helpful, kind of getting to know, what Cal Poly is all about. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in, Jack.
See ya.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Have a good one. Daryl. Hey, Daryl.
What's up, Daryl? Also, since it's mostly the board, I got us into all the 206 classes where it's like we'll like be able to like kind of present, but what that entails is just like we're not actually gonna present. We just need a slide for basically like for all the 206 teachers to present. Like, who's like able to make that and make it look nice? Because I don't trust my artistic ability, as in I don't have artistic ability. So.
Wait, what do you want to do? Like, I can do it, but what do you need?
So basically, so here, one second. Let me just pull up what Travis texted me. He just said, yeah, if you're able to make a single PowerPoint slide about some ways students can learn about Cal Poly Consulting and, like, how to join.
Okay, if you want to just put all the information somewhere, I can format it.
I'll send it to you on Slack.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Lonnie.
Also, can you send the same slide that you're making for him to me and Nolan? Because the IME department is asking us to do a quick presentation for industrial and
I can just post it in Slack for everyone.
yeah, perfect. Yeah,
but yeah, just send me whatever information you guys want on it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, Nolan, do you feel comfortable presenting that? Because it's like a one slide thing, and it's like you talk for 2 minutes, but it's like the IE or like the IME fair. So I was like, I feel like you'd be better because like you can relate to them firsthand.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll send you the details. Cool. A lot of cool stuff lined up. Also, like, I kicked Daryl out. So that was awesome.
Oh, you did? I thought he just left. I thought he just left. So I was like, ooh, okay.
I like removed you from the chat.
You guys want to get a quick round of whatever that game was in?
Huh?
You guys want to get a quick round of
Oh
whatever
my
that game was in?
do you want to debrief?
I got 2 hours until my next class. I'm chilling.
Wait, I think I'm recording this. Let me